move that level up to for the additional meepo. And all that stuff just counts for so much in the mid lane that it's really hard to judge until you actually get to see these, amazing players play their heroes.
No, absolutely. Meepo, it's been an interesting month trying to digest all the changes to Dota. But I think Meepo in particular has been in a wild state of flux. Game changes and then changes to his agi and all the items that he likes to buy. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's hard to believe he's still pickable, considering how many nerfs he got hit with. I mean, I know he had like a crazy high win rate before, but still, like, he lost a lot of stock in the past like month and a half.
Behold the scourge of ice.
So it is that puppy Venge, and Matu takes the Dragon Knight, which means Zai will be on the Queen of Pain, leaving Yapzor for the Witch Doctor.
I'm looking forward to seeing these builds. Like, are we gonna get these Zai Greaves again on the Queen of Pain? Looks like a pretty good game for it, right?
Yeah. I think any kind of dispel against this track coddle combo. That is the one thing we didn't see. We didn't really see much dispel to try to counter it. And if you itemize
they
around
actually
that,
had nothing, if I recall. I don't think they had any way to take it off.
I mean, do you go? I guess Greaves are still good, but like
Greaves are nice because you could dispel the net too.
That's true. That's true. But items like Yule's, obviously Lotus Orb.
Here I come.
Would love to see a Lotus Orb come out this game for Secret, though I don't know who's going to buy it.
Die.
Not really a DK item. So what do you think? Can NIP do this?
Fast.
Is this still feeling like a good Meepo
30
game?
seconds to showtime.
Yeah, I think so overall. I think it's, with a known
Agreed.
Meepo team, like they like to spam this thing. Yeah, I would be pretty pleased with this. I mean, previously, I remember they were banning the Necrophos was one of these other heroes they always looked for, too. And then that's been taken out, too. So I don't think they really care about the Meepo that much. Sorry, the Morphling. And indeed, Nisha will be heading to the mid, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm excited to watch this mid matchup. Now, Trent, I got a Twitch lore question for you. The Kipo emote. That is a Meepo reference, correct? That's like a Dota global emote in Twitch?
Okay. Yeah, it's been there like forever. It's been there since
so.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, like the dog face one. A lot of people think that's me. It just looks like me with a hood on. It's not actually me, So I wasn't sure if there was some other meme there around the Kipo. It's
you know what I miss more than anything? My favorite emote was Nightbat. And then they took it away. I liked spamming Nightbat when people picked Night Stalker because he was pretty popular. And then one day they just killed Nightbat.
Why?
I don't know. They just took it away, dude. The march of civilization.
Swift as the wolves of Icerack.
Huh. I was watching a video about the Tasmanian tiger, and that's what they called it in the voiceover. Whenever people destroyed islands and all of the environmentalism, they called it the Tasmanian tiger has suffered from the march of civilization. I thought that's a really nice way of putting destroying the entire environment.
Fangs of ice.
That's a classic newscaster spin right there.
It's so good.
I'll not argue.
There was nothing that could stop the march of civilization. We were helpless, but to kill all the Tasmanian tigers.
That's a great quote.
The ice.
This is blocked. Or he's
puppy. Finds that sneaky little ward.
All right, well, you're in charge of the side lanes, bud. I'm watching mid, and I'm taking my hands off the keyboard. You can't stop me.
I mean, look at the damage to start, right? I mean, this should be good, right? At the very beginning, you would think Nisha's going to do very well.
Yes, he's got 71, and Meepo's got 56.
It's kind of more big thing at the beginning, right?
Yeah, and now level 4 until you get that second Meepo. So these first couple levels they're rough for the Dinger.
Into the breach.
He's got so much regen too. He's already got 3 more tangos in his pockets there for Nisha.
Yeah, I mean we talk about this all the time, but one of the aspects of Morphling that makes him viable mid is his ability to abuse regen so effectively with shifting his agi and strength. Going low strength so that he gets higher percentage out of the tangos and salves. It's got to be obnoxious to match up against mid when you just have to use salves like a normal hero.
Yeah, the way players are just so good at just like spreading the creep waves these days, it's like it doesn't even matter some of these matchups sometimes. Like, if you don't have a way to just kill the other guy, sometimes this just happens where like he's just constantly threatening with the poof. Like sure he can't kill Nisha, but he still forces him back. I say as Nisha gets a walk off our man. Nisha knows how to push that limit, as you said.
Yeah. The Meepo's doing fine though. 9-2 against the 7-0 Morphling. It's a good start for him. Goes for the poop. Nisha. Oh, waveform in. This is close.
dude,
Supreme. He
Nisha.
pops the salve, but it's not enough. Nisha gets the first blood. Dude, the Meepo went all in for that.
Nisha baited him so hard, man. He knew.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Man, I mean, there's a reason this is his
Fucking
best hero,
stunned
right?
by
This
the
was the
stupid
hero first base they had
fucking
every single
centaur.
game when Nisha first came on the scene.
Yep.
Indeed.
Man, that was gross.
That was like that Bristleback Ember
Agreed.
matchup we were looking where this point comes at level 3, level 4, and they're both like, I'm not backing down. I'm not backing down.
On.
And somebody goes home the loser. And it shifts the momentum of the lane quite a bit. We'll see how much it shifts it
Into the
here.
breach.
Supreme just comes right back. Now about half a level behind Nisha.
All right, I will now look at side lane to see what's
I
going on.
move.
Thankfully, our first blood was mid, so it was all worth it, at the very least. Meanwhile, up top, I mean, they have plenty of options up here. With, like, Dark Willow's one of the better heroes, just like pulling creeps. She can just kind of wander around. She's got annoying tools like the
Indeed.
Shadow Realm,
Goes
so
back.
if they were to get in trouble, they could have went that route. But it looks like they're just kind of happy sitting in lane, hunting side,
Here I
harassing
come.
all the creeps are there, and pulling their own creeps back under the tower for Saberlight. And Puppy
It's not time yet.
stack on for the next pull, as he obviously
Yes.
covered that ward at the very start of the game too. So things looking good for them as mid. Careful now, Supreme.
Nice.
You've already been waveformed on. There it is, Meepo number 2.
Okay, this is where things should start to shift a little. Up top, we'll see a little
Let's go.
skirmish break out. Saberlight getting repelled. The dagger from Zai. Deadly. Went for that second point in
On.
Shadow Strike at level 3. Very annoying to lane against.
I'll not argue.
Like, yeah, they're saying the courier's back. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe it's gonna get this one.
Agreed.
Freebie.
And with the second Meepo, he's
I
gonna go
thought as
jungle a little
much.
bit, just get his life back. 'Cause Supreme was very low in the mid. So the total free farm will begin for Nisha. Sure, there's high
Together.
losses on the Meepo, but he's obviously died, and those are neutral. So Nisha well ahead right now, about 400 gold.
Not yet.
Solid stuff from the
Blessings
Morphling.
upon a loyal warrior.
And Puppy tries to get a pull going on, but now he's getting teamed on as Zai rotates
Swiftly.
over.
Oh, Shadow Realm used. Some damage out on the Puppy, but Saberlight pretty low. I don't think NIP are going to win this battle.
Let's go.
And Zai finishes off Era. Saberlight barely makes it back. And he's going to have to run all the way home.
Agreed.
Double sticks for Puppy. Like, he's deceptively tanky. 700 HP, and he had 5 armor, too. He's got more HP than the
Faster.
Pango.
Gold headdress.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'm
attack.
not ready.
Bottom lane, there's also some damage exchange. Witch Doctor DK, kind of a cool lane.
Older already.
Witch Doctor going for this classic build with 2 points in the Maledict at 3, so they can at least threaten. Not easy to find
Here I
kills,
come.
but they're pressuring Charlie pretty well. DK a good amount ahead of him, 26 last hits compared to 14.
Yes.
Yeah, you should never get zoned out in this lane, right? Like, as the DK.
Yeah.
But, like, what is your real concern here?
Forward.
Sadeko gets the bounty though.
Cast there.
Well, here's an advantage to Coddle.
I
He's
move.
quite fast, 330
just
movement
TP out,
speed
too.
without boots.
Dire's courier.
Yep.
Final delivery.
Guess he's not gonna.
Down.
This is a
You
bold
go.
maneuver. No,
I mean, if Fernandez more, so he's just like...
I mean, still. Surely Nisha won't rotate
Into
for
the
this
breach.
free kill.
Maybe
Up
thought he
top.
was rotating top or something.
Puppy trying to find this kill before he dies, and he does. Saberlight goes down. Now Zai's rotated in. Shadow Realm away, but Era going to be in big trouble. Poppy, Puppy the Poppy, pops the mango. And can't get in range for the magic missile. Venge a little bit slow. There are boots
Indeed.
on Era, so good try, but
Why is Puppy winning
Close.
2v1s? It looks like what's happening is basically they come for the creep wave, Zai throws the dagger. Then Zai goes back to the wave, and Puppy just kind of chases and right-clicks
I
until they
thought as
decide they're
much.
going to turn and fight, and then Zai just blinks back, and then just gets the kill. It's not a great setup for NIP up here. And now you have 2
Hold
cores that are
hand
struggling,
in
so
mine.
Saberlight's going to go mid on the Pango, the Meepo's still
I
in the
move.
jungle, and now Dark Willow's pretty much going to be leeching the
Missing,
top.
okay.
yeah, this is a little bit of a rocky start for
I
NIP.
come.
Now in the bottom, Sineko initiated
them
on
winter
Dragon Tail
He's got
into
an
Curse. Wow, that's a
Forward.
quick pick on the Coddle, and now they're just going to turn on to Charlie. It's such an easy setup.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's the Witch Doctor with the urn. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
go.
like Matsu just
I
walks
saw
up.
that fly out on the Coddle. I was like, oh, my goodness.
Into the breach.
Okay,
Dire's middle tower.
Right, Dragon Tail is such a long stun duration at level 1. It's a free Maledict every single time. You follow up with the cast, get a Breathe Fire. It's a lot of damage. I don't think you're gonna survive too very often.
And they brought YapzOr up top here too at the 7-minute mark, so he's gonna try and sneak through the tree line and get a free kill onto Era here. He goes east instead. Looks like they spot the Meepo on this ward down near the river, but now they jump onto Saberlight, or sorry, Era, and we'll force it.
We should be the one getting wrecked.
Likewise, there's Radiant Vision in here still, spotting everything.
I'm a little nervous though about how much space NIP are giving Nisha right
just go on
now.
them again.
That's kind of the drawback
catching up though
to the Meepo is. Yeah, but doesn't Meepo want to be ahead? Doesn't he have a little bit of that alchemist type factor? But being even with the Morphling at 10 minutes is not good for the Meepo.
Yes and no. I think like it kind of depends on the allies because Meepo can do a lot with that early gold. Despite he wants a ton of gold, but I would say that he can be more active than a Morphling can because he at least has the option to build more active, whereas Morphling doesn't really. Like the most active Morphling build is pretty much like E-Blade first, which still is gonna take longer than like a Rush Blink or something for the Meepo. But looks like Supreme's going for the E-Blade first anyway, so
they could match.
There you go.
Yeah, they could match each other. I know, man. We've seen this before. Nisha takes some damage, but he will be just fine. Charlie's stealing a little more gold there. Need to be careful when you're tracked up against Shuriken Toss.
Let's go.
When you're shifting your stats.
it's Nisha. He does not care.
You
think this guy is gonna die to a Shuriken from not shifting in time? I don't think so.
Well, there's a little right there.
I'm not as much.
No.
Got a little nervous for a half second. That bounty hunter was still pretty close.
It's all part of the Nisha gameplay. Just lets it go.
Nope, down bottom. Matsu on the run. Saberlight with a long rolling thunder. Matsu looking to misstep it, but doesn't quite hit it in time. Saberlight gets him again. Now this DK is going to be in some trouble. Does drop the stun. YapzOr's here. Does get the cast bounce. They might have actually saved him. Now Zai comes in, pops the ulti. They kill Saberlight first. So at least Matsu gets a little something. Now Seneko on the run, but YapzOr, no boots. They go 1 for 1.
Man, that was close. I actually thought he was going to get out of there.
Wow, maybe they're actually giving up in this lane finally. Alright, I can just solo lane.
You have me wondering though what Nisha's going to build. He hasn't queued up anything yet. If he does want that fast E-Blade, or we're going to see more of like a stats build up, you know, a Yasha, something like that.
Swiftly.
I think we've seen him.
Ironwood tree those with the stats.
Yep.
That's the nice one.
I mean, if he really wanted to fight, I think we have seen drums come out on Morphling a couple of times. Not that recently, but
Forward. I'm under attack.
I mean, look at this game and look at these Radiant heroes, dude. There's a lot of E-Bladeable heroes. Oh, yeah. He's gonna get popped.
Like at least 3 out of the 5. Saberlight charging in, some follow-up from NIP. Pressure on the Matumba man, but Nisha's still nearby. Can they kill this DK? It doesn't look like it. Nisha ready to turn. He brings down Saberlight. Now YapzOr is here. They might look for a kill onto Seneko, but can't close the gap, and they turn it the other way.
Oh, he actually
Nisha,
you already gave me one.
Still though, turned into Pango, popped the kill.
He'll take his revenge on getting his regen rune denied.
On.
Oh, 1 kill at 10.5 minutes. This is great for a bounty lineup. And bounty's dying. Oh, that bounced the catapult.
Dude, that was a perfect cast. YapzOr Dota. And Charlie's down. Yeah, those are the kind of deaths that, you know, Connell getting picked, whatever. It's going to happen. Somebody's got to take some of this aggression from Secret. Bounty needs to be farming. He's going to go for drums as well. He's not like rushing Aghanims or anything. So I'm getting nervous. This is getting a little out of control in favor of Secret very early on. They get that tier 1 mid. Now it's a 3K net worth lead. It's going to be a long time before we see this Coddle Bounty combo come into full form. I guess that's the drawback of it compared to like the Coddle Bristle, where that comes online at like level 5 before Bristle even has any items. Yeah. Puppy up top, initiated on. Down comes the Ignis. Now Matsu going to be left alone, but does have some reinforcements on the way. NIP.
Sonic wave here, and they are clumped.
Looking to retreat. The casket's going to do some work. In comes Nisha. Gets off the curse as Coddle falls. YapzOr will go down to the Bedlam. Nice kill for Era, but he's going to turn brought down. A 2 for 2. An OKO fight for NIP
Here's
so
Ice
far, but
Rye.
no way they're killing Misha. About the Meepo, not easy to actually find these kills.
Yeah, no dive there, actually. I'm kind of surprised. Saberlight's going to go bottom and take the deny on the tower.
A surprising net worth gain for NIP. I guess that's the nature of track kills. 400 gold for Bounty Hunter there.
But with the defense up top, popping the ulti, you can transition this into at least a little bit of tower pressure with the help of the Necros from Zai. And I think he's going the Greaves build again. The Necro won into Greaves like last time.
Hard to
Just makes sense.
Hard to argue
the
against
Greaves
it.
just look good. No, I love the Greaves. I think it's perfect this game.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more the Necro book into Greaves. It gives you a little bit of everything. Pressure towers,
Damn,
the
this
Necro
guy's
level
legit
1 still
fucking
proving to
blow.
be a very effective item for farming. Seneko initiated on,
Nothing
past the
left.
tower.
The other
Secret
fellas
starting to
mid-tower.
crank up this aggression, 12 to 3. They are not afraid to dive yet.
Radiant's top tower.
I know, this is the kind of stuff where we say, oh yeah,
That's pretty
Morphling, you
quick
can't
working,
get
man.
involved early.
The other
Nisha's
fellas
4-0 and
top
3.
tower
He's
won't
been
be
involved in
making
more
trouble
kills
no
than he
more.
hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, he's also got a lot of lane kills too, but yeah, he's just farming his way towards engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
Fangs of ice.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be fine, guys. Like, yeah. I think the Necro one first makes a lot of sense, right? It's gonna help you farm faster and push the waves down and get the tower gold to help build into the arcanes and then the Greaves right after. Like, I don't think naked Greaves is that great
There's
unless
a
you're like
spot.
Snapfire.
Yeah. Position 3
You know, I watched,
has.
you know, we talk about Snapfire and how that ulti doesn't feel good anymore. I was watching a Snapfire game last night and I was just so depressed. Really, man.
That hero dead.
It's just like the little goops are hitting and it's just like not even moving the health bar anymore.
Ice Frog, please. I would like to see Snapfire be viable. I don't want to see her every game. Well, I got a little burned out on the Snapfire, but I want to see Cookies, you know, once every 4 games or so. You know, she's a cool hero to watch.
Agreed.
Show her some
Alas.
love. She's
Yeah, but
way
not-
cooler
not
than Void
quite the-
Spirit. Can we nerf Void Spirit and buff
Faster.
Snapfire?
Pain without
But
consequence.
as long as we're not going to make the goops too crazy. Just like, you know,
I move.
not dumpster level.
Just buff the Cookie. That's all I care about.
Cookie is definitely the
Here I
ideal
come.
hero.
The other fella's bottom tower's gone for good.
But that's why we got Puppy here on the bench. You know, he's like better Cookie.
He's throwing magic cookies.
Yeah.
And you were talking
This'll
about the
come in
aura
handy.
play. Puppy went 1-1-4, maxing out the Vengeance
Indeed.
aura.
They've been 5-manning quite a bit.
They've
Thank God
changed
as much.
Vengeance aura a little bit too. Now it gives extra attack range and bonus primary attributes. So it's
To
sort
They
of
took
like
off the Luna one.
what Luna's aura used to be. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. It's
Agreed.
way better.
Well, not compared
Bonus
to the old
attack
one.
range is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's alright.
Into the breach.
But remember, like the initial one though, like the initial, like old school
Damage.
Venge with like the percent bonus, like that thing was still pretty busted.
I mean, yeah, that was. I don't know. Would you rather have that, but
The
go
ice
back to
will
only
spike.
one nether swap? We'll see Puppy get initiated.
hell
on
no.
up here. Yeah, exactly. That's.
Not
I think
yet.
it's a worthy trade-off. The double nether swap made this hero feel so
I'll
much
fix
better.
that.
Oh yeah, get that 16 gold for. Why is Vengeance Illusion only worth 16 gold? I guess because like you get it every time. It's like the Venge controls it.
Yes.
Like controls if it comes out or not. That is obviously.
If you fed 100 extra gold every time you died, I
Might
think that
make her a
would be-
bad hero.
That would be a real feels bad man kind of moment.
That's the Undying Tombstone talent right there.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That one shouldn't be worth anything. It's
Radiant's
Now that would be a nice buff to undock.
oh, they're gonna lose the Vlad. They need everything right now for these fights.
Forward.
Now, mind you, the
Sorry.
gap in terms of net worth is not growing that high for Secret. Despite, like, obviously the game looking kind of dominant in the fashion where if Secret just walks somewhere quickly, they win the fight. Kind of like they're gonna. Are they really just gonna go high ground
Yeah.
here?
I mean, some of this is the Meepo
All right,
factor, of
this
course.
looks a little crazy.
Smoke on smoke. Who's actually going to catch who, though?
Swiftly.
Oh man, they
Units
just
go
completely
down.
missed them.
Secret get revealed. They're kind of
No, they
baiting
see them
Puppy
in
in
now,
the
though.
mid.
And we have the Will-O-Wisp. This should be good for NIP, right?
I would think so. Saberlight jumps in, but Matsu counter-initiates straight away. The Ignis comes down, but they're still doing so much damage. Seneko just barely lives. A huge ultimate from Zai connects on pretty much the whole team. Era's not going to be able to make it out, and it's pretty much just the Meepo plus Charlie.
Faster.
Quap goes down, but it's a 1-for-4 as the rest of NIP get rolled over. Charlie, the only one left alive. They'll try to chase him down, but it's a tall order. He's just a little too speedy with those drums.
Man, he got stunned on that Pango before the first tick of the Will-O-Wisp, and he died during the first Dragon Tail stun. He got eaten and just blown up.
Matsu with the reaction.
They needed that ult from the tango. And then that's the whole point, right? It's Will-O-Wisp into the full chain stun, and he had such good terrain to work with here. Just like bouncing off of that little edge in the mid lane there, or the ramps. And, but losing that
That's
tango.
why you buy Blink Dagger on DK.
I don't even know if he had to blink, dude. I think he was right next to him.
I move.
I think he swashbuckled in, though. I think he just kind of died.
Wow. Well, that's a real heartbreaker. Now Nisha is number 1 on net worth. That was the double E-Blade reveal. Both sides popped the E-Blade and went much better for Nisha. That's for sure. Now kind of feeling like NIP are pretty all in on this Meepo. He's the only one with really impressive farm. See if Bounty Hunter can recover, but Poppy finds this kill. At least it should. Turns around, helping him out. But now Zai's here alongside Gapsor. They are going to retaliate. Secret want blood. They find it on Charlie, and they clean up Era as well. A 1 for 2.
Survives long enough to get a double kill for his team. Like, just brutal stuff there. And 351 for the Morton. Why is that worth so much? He had a streak on Charlie.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do you think the Spirit... you need Spirit Vessel against Warframe. I get it. It's the item, but doesn't this kind of feel rough that Bounty has to pick up all these other items before the Ags?
I think once you go Meepo, I don't know if you're really playing the Ags game anymore.
Into the breach.
Yeah.
Why?
No
Isn't it still good?
Yeah, but the Vlad's is such a necessity for the Meepo, right? Like, it's more important to enable your Meepo than your cheeky little...
Well, but he's
strat.
not buying a Vlad. So Tango has the Vlads. Oh, they trade Yapzor for Seneko.
Well, that's a good point.
Those motherfuckers down
Puppy
there.
getting killed by Supreme. This is looking good for NIP, but now Zai's here. Another amazing ultimate. Him and Nisha going to play cleanup. Supreme goes down. Saberlight falling quickly. Arrow with a fear, but he's going to go down. There is a buyback from the Coddle, but it won't yield much for NIP. They only pick up kills on the supports, and they take heavy losses again.
Let me frame it the other way. They need the team items, not necessarily just the Vlads. And it's like the drums, the Spirit Vessel, someone does have to build it, like you said. So,
yeah.
I mean, ideally Dark Willow would have been kind of nice too, but she also really needs a Yule, so I can understand that. Man, these Sonic Waves plus E-Blades have been pretty devastating on the Meepo. It's just getting blown up every time. So it's just the same thing, that one E-Blade kill.
Yeah, I mean, we looked at the Meepo Quap matchup. 1v1 mid, yes, Meepo counters him. If he catches the Quap, yes, he's got chain nets, she can't blink away. It's a hard counter in that regard. But if you're an off-lane Queen of Pain and you're not initiating fights and you can play the way Zai has been, where he shows up like a half step after it's begun and then gets off this huge ulti to break it up, it's pretty effective. The Meepo loses his positioning, he gets disabled for a moment, and takes a huge amount of damage. Almost feels like
there are wards spotting Puppy and Nisha rotating here, so... Alright, they're gonna go right on the Puppy.
And they will find that kill. Now is Nisha gonna be in trouble? They don't have
Zai.
Zai.
Actually blowing up that Coddle, doesn't look like it.
Oh, Zai's TPing in. There's no Sonic Wave, though.
I move.
And NIP, they head for the hills.
That ought to put us
I think they finally got a kill and got out with only losing one hero.
Let's go.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying, though? It feels weird to think of this Queen of Pain as being effective against the Meepo when it's traditionally supposed to go the other way.
I think it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily just the Queen of Pain doing things. It also has changed, because like now that there is knockback, I guess like that hasn't been there that long. The Queen of Pain.
True. True.
But for the most part, it's still just like Meepo. Like, if it wasn't for the morphing, it would still be really hard, right?
It's
Plus
the team
Meepo's
play.
not that farmed. He still only has Blink E-Blade. He doesn't have any stat items yet, and that's when it's going to start negating some of that power of the Sonic Wave.
And it's the classic secret where they only take fights when it's on their terms. They don't start fights with Zai. They only start fights if Matu's in the front line, and then the Morphling's there to follow up.
Or
It's a
they
very
jump Puppy.
Yeah, or they jump Puppy. They bait with Puppy, right? It's a very clear game plan where they know the cadence. Zai is always patient. He waits until the fight is committed and started before he TPs.
Look at this. They're tracked up. Just like, yeah, okay, we can move. Like, no, whatever, dude.
Now this is a flex.
Yeah, this is we're winning.
Into the breach.
Now the question is, will NIP go for it? And they do smoke up behind the
You have
bounty hunter.
Will-O-Wisp. You have to try and contest this.
And they are going to get here in time. I think Roche down to about 1,500 HP. Secret kill it pretty
Matu's
quickly.
throwing the body, dude. He doesn't care.
NIP can't get there. And now Charlie might be initiated on. Zai with the dust. Instead, he's going to focus on Saberlight.
My people
And he's going to go for the TP in Rolling Thunder. It will be successful. Okay.
Dire's
Well,
bottom
the
tower
spear vessel is going to be
is
done
On.
after the manta has already been complete because it's there on Nisha.
Yeah.
The
So
other
that's
a bit of a
fella's gonna
problem.
Save that top
Yeah.
tower.
See, those are the kind of moments where I harken back to the
Swift as the wolves of
the
ice.
Ags. Would that have changed anything? Probably not. So, yeah, it's not like it's on the bounty hunter. But...
Yes.
Oh, this Morphling. Is this going to be another deathless game for Nisha? 10-0-5 on the Morphling. I'm sort of thinking yes now that he's got Mages.
It is most certainly.
The other fella's top rags. They
High
got
ground
saved.
Glyph already used. They absolutely melt Saberlight. Ignis gets destroyed by a few clicks from the Morphling. Waveform in.
Here I come.
Nisha, whoo, took a lot of damage from that Bedlam. It's actually
Nothing
Yapsor
left
that
of
goes
the other
down.
fella's mid-tower.
And now the rest of the fight continues. Supreme dies. This Morphling feeling a bit too big for life. Jumps in deep onto the Coddle. Follow up from Zai. Take NIP low, but they don't finish him off. Affirmative and negative coming out from Zai. This man's confused as he jumps in
It's a
again.
win for the Radiant.
Matsu looking for the stun.
That's a pretty good reaction on the Shadow Realm. Positives here, silver lining.